To all my servants in the community, listen up. If you serve your community for a living, there's a strong chance you've been quietly pushing homeownership down the road. Not because you're irresponsible. In fact, it's usually the opposite. You're taking care of students, patients, family in crisis, emergency scenes, public safety, situations most people only hear about or watch on the news. You're one of the people that people trust when things matter. And it's not because you're unqualified either. You're trusted with classrooms, medical decisions, lives, neighborhoods, and communities. That level of responsibility doesn't land on someone who hasn't earned it. The real reason is homeownership keeps getting postponed because you just don't think it's in the grasp, but it's actually simpler than most people realize. You've been busy taking care of everyone else, and no one ever slowed down long enough to explain what actually applies to you. No one walks you through how your profession fits into the home buying conversation. No one explained that there's certain programs that were created specifically with people that are in service in mind. No one translated the rules while you were out there doing the work. So somewhere along the way, buying a home quietly became a later conversation. Not because it wasn't possible, but because it was never clearly presented. Here's what I want you to understand. Buying a home doesn't fall apart because of effort. It falls apart because of assumptions, right? Assumptions about credit, assumptions about cash, assumptions about timing. And assumptions cost people years. Many teachers, first responders, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, nurses, veterans, and public service assume that they need perfect credit. They assume that they need a massive down payment. And sometimes they even assume that they need the perfect market to even begin the conversation. And I'm here to tell you that none of that is true. What you actually need is clarity. There are Texas programs designed to reduce upfront costs. There are benefits available because of the work that you do, not in spite of it. There are strategies that work around real life, real income, and real responsibility, but none of that matters if nobody ever explains this to you properly. That's where I come in. My role isn't to pressure you into a decision. It's not to sell you on fear or hype. My role is to sit down with people who serve others and finally give them straight answers about where they actually stand. What applies? What doesn't? What makes sense now? And what makes sense later? Because when people understand their options, confidence replaces hesitation, and confidence changes everything. If you've been telling yourself maybe next year, then this is your sign. This is your sign to stop guessing and start getting clear. You don't need perfection. You don't need all the answers today, but you do need the right information and the right guide, the same way that you guide others. So if you serve your community and home ownership is something that you've quietly pushed aside, send me a message. Let's have the conversation that no one ever took the time to have with you while you were taking care of everybody else. Because the people who give the most, they deserve clarity, not confusion. And those people are often overlooked.